Hello everybody, Donny Boy here, and welcome back to another Minecraft episode. We are actually on Feed the Beast. I'm just so used to saying Minecraft, my apologies. Alrighty, so another thing I need to apologize about is, yes, this episode is coming out on Friday. I apologize about that. It should have came out yesterday on Thursday, but I've been having problems with my computer and recording, and also, along with Red Power, which we're going to be talking about today, I had a little bit of trouble with that. So, without further ado, we're just going to go ahead and dive on into Red Power. Now, something that we need to first talk about with Redstone is kind of just like the characteristics of Redstone itself. Now, Redstone is a very limited tool. Here's a tree. My apologies, guys. So basically, here's a couple characteristics of Redstone. Jake says hi. Um, Redstone is very limited. You can only run a signal for 15 blocks, and then you're going to have to put in a repeater so that you can keep the signal going. Because after after 15 blocks, the signal cuts off and ends. So another problem with Redstone is you cannot go up walls with it. It's kind of, you would have to actually dig a little like staircase all the way up to get the redstone up to the surface, or down very deep down into bedrock, I will say. But it's kind of useless, and you have to use up a lot of redstone, and it's just not effective the way it is right now. And one last problem with it is if I wanted a signal running over here and then a completely separate signal running alongside of it, well, they're going to connect. And you can't have them connect because the signals will cross, and there's no point in having two signals, because then you're just going to have one. So, Red Power came along, and it added some of the coolest things ever. And in this episode, I'm going to talk just about the most basic things. So, the first thing you need to learn about Red Power is you need to know that you need to learn how to make an alloy furnace. Now, an alloy furnace is fairly simple. All you need is 8 bricks, and you put them in a square. Easy enough, right? So you do not have to put the bricks around it. This is just more of a look for me. I'm once again, I'm as Jake would say, I'm the more artistic side when it comes to my builds. If you haven't noticed by my house, I take pride in my architecture, and this actually drives me up the wall where with it's just cobblestone and clean stone, and I'm more of a clean, like, I like the floors, and I like the clean walls, and yeah. I'm gonna just stop talking because I could go on rants forever. So basically, alloy furnace you use to combine certain other metals, or like dust. What I mean by dust is like nickelite and redstone. So if you've ever wondered what is nickelite for, well, nickelite is used in red power to make blue alloy ingots. Well, we're going to learn just how to make red alloy ingots to start off with. So to create a red alloy ingot, you need redstone and iron. You cook them in an alloy furnace with coal, and if we wait a couple seconds as this cooks, you will get a red alloy ingot. Now, if you haven't noticed, I already had stuff in my inventory. Well, you would say, oh, I'm planning ahead. No, this is the 4th time I've recorded this episode. Once again, I've had problems with recording, and yeah, it's getting on my nerves. But hopefully we will have it fixed this episode, so it won't be as choppy. If you're seeing this right now, then yes, it has been fixed, or I just completely gave up already. So, to make a red alloy wire, which is this stuff, which kind of takes the place of redstone. So to make red alloy wire, you put it in a line. boom, you got red alloy wire. Now, we're not going to make it yet because I have quite a bit of it. So, excuse me. The very fun thing about red alloy wire is everything that I said that restricted redstone, this completely changed it all. You can run this wire for however far you want, and it will never lose the signal. You can run it, I don't even know, 1,000 blocks. If you can keep all those chunks loaded, sure, why not? You can run it 1,000 blocks. Now, once again, you saw what else I can do. I can run it up walls. So, not only does this mean that I don't have to build a derpy little staircase for my redstone, this also means that I use less resources for this. And as you saw, it's not that expensive to make this. So it's really, really helpful to have this done, or to make these. Now, another problem with redstone, as I said, is you can't have two lines of it right next to each other because they'll connect. Well, with the red power, you can make insulated wires. So, with insulated wires, I can have a blue insulated line and a white insulated line, and look, they don't cross. I physically can't connect them. They just won't connect. Now, you may say, well, what would you use this for? In a lot more complicated builds, or a lot more complex, like Jake will do stuff with computer craft, and I will actually start doing stuff with computer craft as well, because I'm going to be making my own gate and stuff like that. But that's a whole nother topic. But you would use these to kind of send different pulses to different things to kind of make one big contraption work all together. So we are going to sleep the night away. Are you two near beds? Question mark. Needed to take a drink real quick. So, Jake is actually teaching Osa Jerica, or just Jerica, how to play Feed the Beast, because hopefully she'll be able to join along with, hopefully, Jake's brother, if he really wants to get into it with us. I don't know. And then, hopefully, eventually we'll be able to have multiple people join the server, and we'll be able to have a lot of fun. I think it's always a lot more fun because I'm more about the community of this game, not as much as the utility of it, but just as the community. I like to hang out with people. Like, I like to hang out with Jake in real life. If you see some of his videos, I am talking in the background, but I also enjoy to play I also enjoy playing, like, in Minecraft with him because we can do a lot of fun stuff that we really can't do in real life. But anyways, so to make the insulated wires, which would probably be helpful, is you use 6 pieces of wool, and you put these along the outside of the wire. Now, you can make it any different color you want. So the blue insulated, I just use lapis to color it, but you can make any color that you want, and sometimes you'll need multiple colors. Now, if you're like me and you have problems getting wool, here's a little trick I learned. Flax seeds, or flax plants, when they grow and you harvest them, they give you a ton of string. Like in this little area, I think I got about 50 pieces of string from one harvest. So it is of your best interest to make either a sheep farm or to make a flaxseed farm. So that way you will have lots of wiring, so you can make these insulated wires. Alrighty, so here's a kind of interesting thing that you may want to know. If you're going to be using these insulated wires, you cannot run a non-insulated wire along with it. Though this looks cool, they will connect. So just a forewarning, insulated wires, they only don't connect with another different colored insulated wire. So just a forewarning on that. So we're going to talk about other interesting pieces of this mod. Now, this mod includes its own form of it would be like item transportation. So we have Buildcraft's pipes, and the Red Power's kind of pipes are actually called tubes. Whoops, I don't want to talk. Oh, goodness me. All right, here we go. Tubes. Oop, tube. Got it. Alrighty. So the tubes are named pneumatic tubes, and it's easy to make. You just combine brass and glass in shaped crafting like this. Now, to make brass, you combine them in an alloy furnace. Once again, you're going to need an alloy furnace, and it's 1 tin and 3 coppers give you 4 brass ingots. So I think it's a pretty good deal. So you'll make the pneumatic tubes. Now, the next kind of tube is called the redstone tube. And the redstone tube is actually a really ingenious idea because it combines tubes with redstone and it carries a redstone signal. So, these tubes, you have to use a transposer to take items out of chests and put them into the tubes. Now, it's like a redstone engine and the wooden pipe for Buildcraft, except for it just combines it into one block, which is really helpful. And actually, I'll show you this. It's just transposer right here. And it's actually fairly simple. All you use is a piston, some redstone, cobble, and wood. Easy enough. So, the best part about these tubes is say you're trying to transport some cobblestone from a chest to a macerator. Well, say the macerator's full, and you're like, well, hopefully it won't be full, and you just start setting stuff down there. If you're using regular Buildcraft tubes, or Buildcraft pipes, the cobblestone will get piped through that little pipe, and it will go to the macerator, and it will just shoot out of the pipe. I'm sure you've all noticed that if you have played this mod pack, is it will just eject itself from the pipe, land on the ground, and, well, hey presto, if quicker than you know it, your whole entire floor is going to be covered in cobblestone, and you're going to crash your server if you're going to be running this off of a server, because you're going to have so many entities in there that your server just won't be able to handle it. So, Red Power created this really neat utility to it, and I'm sorry, I'm just standing here because I'm talking. I should probably be moving. So, Red Power created their tubes, and they're like smart pipes. Basically, what it does is, if it notices that there is no more space left in a chest or a machinery, it won't eject the stuff onto the ground. It will just send that stuff back through the pipe and back into the chest, so that you won't lose anything. Because you could be transporting diamonds, you could be transporting like materials and stuff like that, and you don't want to lose that stuff, because in Feed the Beast there's no equivalent exchange or anything like that, so that you can just cheat your way through the game. So I already have some brass made up, but I don't actually believe I'm going to be making any tubes this time around, because, well, it's actually very, very complex stuff, it's very complex, and I would have to get a lot more materials and stuff like that, and so, yeah, it will take a little bit of time. And I don't know if I said this before, but you actually do not need the bricks around this alloy furnace. I just did this for looks. I think actually I did say that. I don't know. I can't remember anymore. I've recorded this so many times. Alrighty, so that is kind of the basic stuff that has to do with Red Power. In some later episodes, I will go deeper into those. I will show you contraptions that I have made, and I'll make tutorials, and oh, poop. Broke my door. And other fun stuff like that. Actually, can I hear any sound? I don't... Oh, yeah, I can. It's just a little bit quieter for me. Okay, so kind of some things that I wanted to show you. Yeah, this isn't running. Does it have a lot of... Yes, it does. Oh, it's because I didn't have enough hummus. Right. So I fed a biogas line or biomass line all the way to this biogas engine so that I won't have to keep on bringing buckets over to that. And I will show you the tank. I did a couple changes to the tank, but I will explain that later. Um, I have gotten into beekeeping. I really, really enjoy beekeeping. It's a little bit sad, but I've been looking to get these honeycombs because I'm hoping to get wax castings or wax casts. Let's see. Actually, what are they? Wax casts, and basically I can use those to make what's it called? Stained glass windows, which I'm really looking forward to because those look really cool. Um, and okay, so now we're gonna go down to my iron tank, and I wanted to show you one of my mix-ups, and I'm sure you probably already noticed this in the episode, but notice how I have the valve up there. Now, I thought, well, this is just Minecraft. It's not too complex. I can just put a valve over on this side and pump from there, and I'll be taking biogas out of there. Nope, that's not how it works. You actually have to pump from underneath, and the problem is if you already have stuff in there and you break this tank, you will lose all that gas in there, or all the biomass in there, which really sucks. So, just a word of warning: take my advice. Put the valve underneath and save yourself some grief, because I was actually pretty torqued at myself. So, but, so next episode we will be getting into Railcraft. So if you have any questions about that mod that you want me to answer in that episode, leave that in the comments. If you have any questions about red power that I maybe didn't completely explain in this episode, leave a comment about that as well. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a like. I appreciate it that you watched this episode. And check out my channel for any more Minecraft videos. Excuse me, sorry. For any other Minecraft videos or anything like that. This was Donnie, of course. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you guys next time. Alrighty, later, guys.